I don't wanna hear a peep like the boss talk.
I be speaking for the trenches, this that boss talk.
White snakes, no crease, how the boss walk.
I be shooting from the logo, this that boss talk.
I don't want the middleman, hit the boss up.
She gon' make it shake more, cause her boss talk.
Stayed down, made a plan, had the boss up.
Lil dip with the lean, this how boss walk. A lot of niggas be thinking they boss when it comes to that talking, all them words that are lost. A lot of niggas be thinking they boss, like Harden with the moves, I'ma shimmy when you fall.
Choose to do what everybody doing, I ain't basic. And I want it all, no cap, that's a statement. What's understood ain't gotta be explained, understatement. They let us all chill the wrong water, I ain't drinking.
Hey, we back. It's Boss Talk.
Back again, y'all.
You already know. Boss Talk with Josh.
And Keys.
Hey, we
Episode
back.
8, y'all.
Episode 8. 8 ball.
8 ball. We locked in.
Welcome to the Bosses Circle.
Mm-hmm.
It's where bosses assemble. You a boss.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Keys, another week, which means another week we're diving into the worlds of sports, music, and the culture.
More content.
You know, more content. We giving it to y'all authentically. You know what I mean? Keys, we're going to start right at it from the jump because we got big news from a big boss in the music scene, in the rap scene, you know, and that is Big Boss Drizzy Drake.
Drizzy.
He's in the news. He just signed a $500 million deal to UMG, which is Universal Music Group. $500 million. Big money, big boss. You know what I mean? He is the #1 streaming artist of 2021, past year. He has sold over 170 million records. Like, this man is different. You know what I mean? Like, he's in a whole different category. Is he worth it?
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
I think that was rhetorical.
Rhetorical question.
I don't think I had to even give an answer with that one.
But the real question is, will he live up to the $500 million in his span of the contract?
For sure.
We don't know the span of it, but yeah.
I'm going to be honest, bro. He had a point in his career where it's all hits, no misses.
Yeah.
He had a point in his career where it's like...
You're going to still hit regardless.
He's going to hit regardless. Like, even if he slowed down on dropping because, you know, certain people get really big and they don't drop as much as they used to because it's all hits at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if you get to that point, Universal still made a great decision, and it'll pay off.
They'll get their money.
They'll get their dividends back.
That's hot, man.
They'll get their dividends back for sure.
I agree.
How you feel?
Drake, like he is an anomaly. We'll never see another Drake. He will forever be what he is, a legend. He's just like you said, a hit maker. Like at ease. He's real good at bringing up other people, getting other people's tracks and things like that, starting people's careers, giving people their first #1s and things like that. So you feel what I'm saying? Like he is somebody who going to continue to do what they do. And we see in the rap game now, the music scene, that people can rap past deep in their 40s and things like that. And he's not even 40 yet, still in his 30s. Yeah. So like he still got that. You know what I mean? And he different lanes with the music, with singing and rapping. He gonna be sturdy with it, and I honestly,
he ain't going nowhere.
No, he ain't going nowhere. And honestly, too, a part of the deal is like not just music, but like visual projects. So that is something I believe a lot of people are overlooking. We don't know what visual projects is. Is he going into some acting in some of these projects, like his own type of film, acting or something like that?
Already his
lane before.
A lot of people forget that Drake was Degrassi.
Yeah,
like before he was Drake, he was Degrassi. And back in the day, you know, that was in that day and time, in that era, that was one of the big shows.
Big shows.
So it's like
Wheelchair Jimmy.
So for him to start there and to add this to the contract, with Universal, not Atlantic, not
Universal.
But with Universal, you know, that kind of that should not be an understatement.
Shouldn't be. It's something that shouldn't be overlooked. Yeah. Visual projects. That's the part that I'm really looking forward to see what visual projects he is going to be dropping or diving into or whatever. Because that's something that we don't know what that is. We don't have no real details on that part. So I'm interested in seeing that. But Keith, speaking of #1s, move on. Drake again, another #1 hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This time, not as the leading artist, but as the featuring artist.
Like you said, giving people number ones.
Number ones. And this is another person who is a hit maker. And this is Future
Hendrix.
You know what I mean? Future Hendrix got a number one as the leading artist with Wait For You off of his album that just dropped, I Never Liked You. And he's, as we just know, and can't forget about Tim's too.
Yeah, Tim's was on that.
Who's a big part of the reason why we love this song. And like I said, we love this song. We talked last pod on how much we love that song of Future. And then quickly a week after, it's the number one single in America. Yeah, as you see. And we were just saying how we looked on Instagram, people's stories. Oh, wait for you. People
people saying this, cracking that song.
Cracking this, like, you feel
it
me?
Is, though.
Like, everybody was so deep into this song. And it reflects on the charts. And I'm happy about that. This is Future's second number one. His first number one was Way Too Sexy, which was a Drake song. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
And this is just recently. So, and Future got his first number one from his as a leading artist. He has many hits, but a lot of them to get number one. This is Tim's first number one, and this is Drake's 10th number one.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? Like, you put out 10 albums, and you got 10 number one singles.
Right.
So you could look at on every album, basically, at least, or you know what I mean?
Almost, just about.
Almost, you were getting a number one, and then you're getting some singles from different as featuring artists as number one. That song is so good. That Tim sample or that Tim's hook that she has is really sturdy. The flavor that she brings to that on that hook is just, it captures you. The emotion on that captures you.
Sing Tim's the whole part.
Yes.
The whole song.
You feel what I'm saying?
I like everybody's part, but sometimes, I listen to that song so many times.
You find yourself lost in that.
Yeah, I can get lost in it and just sing Tim's part, or just sing Future part, or just sing Drake part, or listen to it and run Drake part back.
Yeah.
I'm probably part of the reason that joint went number one.
And Future's part is very dreamy. Drake's part is a little more like singy song, but like a little bit of bars with that. It flowed well, and the ukulele, the drums, the guitar or ukulele of the beat of the instrumental really captures that, and then the drums just coming like real.
Bro,
it just kicks it off. You feel what I'm saying?
And the video.
Can't forget about the video.
The video
very
was fire.
Never thought it would take that turn.
Bro, I never ever saw that
vision.
When I first saw it on my Instagram feed, I didn't think that was the real video. Like when I first
looked
saw
like something else.
It like something else. I didn't even
like a movie.
I forgot what I was doing, but my sound wasn't on or whatever, and I just saw it, and I'm like, I didn't know what it was. I probably was doing something, so I closed it, came back and saw it again, and listened to it. I'm like, whoa!
You're like, oh my god, this is something special.
Like, that's crazy.
You see Drake's part, Future, you know what I mean, the Toxic King bringing that to life.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Then Drake had the braids, and that joint was just so perfect.
You know, Drake being a hero, saving the girl, and all of that. Future. Being toxic in the video, sending notes to that girl and all that, you feel me? And killing the boy at the end. It tied into the characters that they play, both of them. So Drake being a lover boy and then Future being the Toxic King. So shout out to Future, shout out to Drake and Tim's for a beautiful record. One of the best records of 2022 at this point, will be period of 2022. One of the top tracks, and you got a number one in Future. Congrats on the album.
That's gonna be in
album
my
is really
all
hitting.
year.
Yes, the album is great. Future, do your thing, and that's a number one hit, and it deserves. It's my favorite song. Beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Now, Keith, it's crazy. I know we had talked about your bosses, right? We just talked about the major deal that Drake just signed, the $500 million, for Universal and all that big news. Then all of a sudden we hitting you with another bomb.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Your man,
my man, I knew you were going with this.
Thomas Brady.
Yep.
Tom Brady, the GOAT, is just signed a 10-year, $375 million deal. Not for the Bucks.
No, not at all.
For Fox Sports to be their leading analyst for football. You feel what I'm saying?
And bro,
for broadcasting.
can we allude on the fact he hasn't even retired yet?
He Hasn't even retired. He still play for the Bucks. If you are asking,
this a check that ain't even gotta get cashed yet. This a check that ain't even gotta get cashed
at
yet.
all. Like, you know what I mean? It's on the back burner. This is future money.
That's what make it so crazy to me.
Yes,
is that not two things make it crazy to me. The one thing that makes it crazy to me is it's $375 million that he hasn't even. He ain't even had to sign it yet. Right. To be honest,
the ink didn't dry. None of that.
Yeah, the ink ain't even dry yet. You feel me? And then the other crazier thing to me, the boss. This is the boss takeaway,
right?
That I get from it. Do you know that in his career he made $333 million as a football player total?
As a career earnings.
As a career earnings in total.
That trumps it.
He just trumped it
majorly
before he even retired, bro.
Crazy.
Bro, before he even got an opportunity to take the pads off, his next bag already bigger than the last 20 years, bro.
You know what? It just paid off for him taking on them pay cuts,
bro,
to win those rings with y'all.
Though.
Yeah,
20 years of being a boss, bro. 20 years of being the best in your sport, of being the I don't even want to call him the LeBron of anything
being
anymore.
The GOAT. You're the GOAT.
Being the Tom Brady of the NFL.
Yeah.
And you haven't even left yet, and your next check is already bigger than what you made in the last 20 years,
your future is already set forth. You feel what I'm saying? That is a boss move,
bro. Your next suit,
you're a boss,
is worth more than your last 20 years.
Exactly.
This is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
that's
but it's all worth it because you got those rings too. 6, 7. Was it 7 rings? Right?
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm going on 8.
Yeah, going on 8. He doing this thing.
Yeah.
He said, man, and then the day of it. He drops a pick and say, "Oh yeah, hey, business ain't finished yet." You know what I'm saying? We're looking for the season.
Bro, I love his Instagram. He's the biggest troll in the world.
It's motivation, motivation.
Yeah, he's fire.
The thing is, we not realizing what I want to tap into is that. Listen, not even though he trumped that, he killing the game in the broadcasting situation because he's the highest paid in the broadcasting period, the largest signed contract. You know what I'm saying? You know who was on Fox Sports, right?
Yeah.
It was Joe Buck. It was Troy Aikman. They left to go to the Monday Night Football with ESPN to get a bigger bag and bigger opportunity, whatever case may be. And guess what? Fox said, "All right, you gone? We're going to go get Tom Brady, and combined, he's making more than what y'all were combined for one person."
There's so many boss statements in this one move, bro.
$37.5 million a year for the next 10 years whenever you decide to stop playing football. And
whenever. They said we don't care.
Yes.
Just as long as you come here.
You feel what I'm saying? And
yo, that's crazy.
And like now, he will be teamed up. I'm just gonna make sure I'm saying this correctly too. He's gonna be teamed up with Kevin Burkhardt, him and Tom Brady together. So that's gonna be an interesting combo to see how their personalities mesh, and you know what I mean, and just to really go into. I never really thought that he was going to go into broadcasting. I thought he was going to just continue the TB12 productions, the short film route, which he still can do and all, of course, and still will do. But I didn't think that he had an interest of that. I know he's funny and all things like that, but I just didn't know if he seriously wanted to talk about the game to that level, to that extent for 21 days a year. You know what I'm saying? But I can see it. Him being on the Manning cast, since the Manning cast is the thing with ESPN, and he was on the guest, I can see it. Also, it's going to be really crazy to see him talk about the sport that he played for whenever he's done 20-something years he played for and got 7 rings, maybe 8, maybe 9 by the time he done.
We never know.
And talk about Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be like, yo, I played Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl and I kicked his butt. And I can talk about him from this point because Pat Mahomes is the GOAT of the new generation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who we feel like will be Tom Brady. You feel what I'm saying?
Some feel like.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
others don't.
He once he gone, he's the best. You know what I mean? Don't do that.
I'm not trying to change this conversation.
But you feel me? For him talk about him or talk about the Justin Herberts or the Deshaun Watsons and talk about it from the players that he played with or even the new players that come in, the Burrows, the Tuas, like all these people, right? And even break down your team, the Patriots, and call the plays and say, yo, I know Belichick does this and want to do that in this situation. That's probably what it's going to be. You know what I mean? It's just how Tony Romo talks about the Cowboys.
That's what I was about to say. What's going to be the craziest thing to me that I'm going to get from this is hearing him just talk football.
Yes.
That's something that we never really got to hear.
Nah.
We see him play it and we see how smart he is on the field, but to see how smart he's going to be on the outside looking in. In comparison to Tony Romo, Tony Romo was a genius. You didn't know that Tony Romo was that smart.
Yeah.
Until you saw how he was.
And could break it down to that level.
And not to disrespect Tony Romo in any way, but he's no Tom Brady. And to see how smart Tom Brady is, it's just gonna be amazing.
You're gonna see. Yeah, if it translates, I think that he's super smart and he's funny too. I can't wait
to see how he talks about the defenses before, like pre-play.
Right.
Like I can't wait to hear him pre-play.
He'll break it down.
Like what he would do maybe, or what, because a lot of times you hear a lot of the GOATs. You hear Shaq talk about what he would do. Yes. You hear Kenny and Barkley talk about what they would do or what they did, or in comparison to what these other players can do.
This will be play by play.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
This ain't no halftime show. This is pre-play.
As it's going down before it happens, all of that. And you know what the biggest thing, what I can't wait to see too, is Tom Brady, because it's gonna happen. Tom Brady calling a Super Bowl.
Yes.
The king of the Super Bowl.
Yes, I knew you.
Is going to call a Super Bowl when Fox come around, because they rotate. It's going to come to Fox, and it's going to be like, oh shoot, Brady is talking about the
Super Bowl,
and he is
king
Super
of
Bowl.
Super Bowls.
He can go on the Super Bowl and wear his rings. He's king of. He loved the viral moments and browsing Instagram and stuff. He gonna do that in the camera. You're never gonna see a broadcaster like him, viral moments and Instagram worthy all the time like him. You feel me? So I can't wait to see Thomas Brady.
That boy might got by the time he get there, he might got $1 billion on his hands.
You feel me? And making damn near $40 million a year.
True.
You know what I mean? 375. So
Giselle ain't got to worry about nothing.
Nothing. You good. You're good. And I remember I said 21 days a year, 365 days a year.
Yeah.
I work Monday through Friday. He working less and making.
Bro, he make
so much more.
Bro, he make. Oh man,
boss move.
That's crazy, bro.
Boss move.
That's crazy, bro.
You feel me? Like,
that's
come on.
crazy, bro.
Come on now, like that's crazy. It's beautiful.
I can't wait to see the breakdown of what he makes a day.
Yeah, your week, your tape. You know how you study film, it's gonna be a little different. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like as intense. It's gonna be on a different scale. So it's gonna be interesting to see that, man. But Tom, we're waiting for you, man. Keith, another thing, we know that college football, right, is taking a turn. Like as of last year, people can get paid for their image and likeness through the NIL, right, which stands for name, image, likeness. We seen a crazy player, Mr. Addison.
Yes,
from Pitt, heavy wide receiver. Blithikoff, I can't say the name, the Blithikoff winner, the wide receiver award, right? That the best wide receiver of the college football kind of wins. My man Devontae Smith had got one before too in the Heisman.
Yeah, he got a height. That Heisman was heavy, but
the highest height.
Yeah, Heisman was heavy because no receiver really.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about that later.
But this man Addison is now entered the transfer portal, right? Leave Pitt pretty much. USC is offering $3 million to leave and come to them because he entered the transfer portal. Kid. You know what I mean? He didn't even touch the NFL
Not
yet.
an NFL contract.
Then in a rookie contract. This people making that as a year rookies. You feel me? And he got $3 million.
High rookies at that.
High rookies. $3 million a year. Or $3 million for this previous year if he leave.
If that don't put you in position,
what does?
Then what does? It's like. And it's crazy because I didn't see that coming when the NCAA made that turn. Me personally, I thought the biggest takeaway from that was going to be bringing the games back.
Yeah,
that's why games went away.
Yes,
because of the controversy where why are we being
playing hard
and not paid,
and not getting compensated? We're going to have
high
y'all
competition
through the roof now,
and we can't make money off y'all. So that's where I really thought this was going.
Yeah,
I never even saw
it being like
developing into this. This is wild.
Money shark.
This is wild, bro. Because the Zions of the world. For example, we got a rookie right now. Never mind. Don't want to get off topic. But for the rookies of the world that are big names,
you got
trying to tell me
opportunity.
Like you're trying to tell me I can just leave the school, enter the transfer portal, and potentially be a millionaire.
Yes, yeah. You can go from one side of the country to the next, or the next state to the next, and become
potentially
big.
be a million.
Yeah, by just having a big season like he just did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And and somebody want to. Hey, USC said we trying to get somebody to come over.
That's different.
And listen, that's not even necessarily maybe USC full money, because you got donors of colleges and things like that. So if you got high donors, people with bread behind you, and it's like, oh my God, Keith is cooking over there.
We want him.
$4 million. Let's get him over there. He entered the transfer portal. Get him. Grab him.
I think there'll be a lot of tampering going on with that.
It might.
It's going to be a lot of tampering.
Hey, listen, Pitt is already trying to say there was tampering. You know what I mean? Probably wasn't, but it's going to be a lot of...
That's a big bag, though. So they're going to throw that out there.
It's going to be a lot of, this was tampering or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I thought it was just, you could just get that off of commercials or whatever. Your name being used around.
It would be that way.
But now off the transfer report, I don't think it's going to ruin football. It's just going to continue to create the competitiveness.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
And
Definitely
people just get rewarded. Like, these are kids, bro, that may not necessarily do nothing in the NFL.
Right.
Like, they can fall. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even put it like this: a guy like Justin Ross, who just got undrafted to the Chiefs, right?
Right.
He was somebody from Clemson who was looked at as being a high draft pick and first rounder and all that, but he had got a crazy injury, spine injury and all that, and it messed up his stock.
Right.
It left him to go undrafted. The Chiefs picked him up because they see the potential and they have a need. This could be a potential somebody big, right? But someone like him can get paid early, before even getting a gruesome injury like that,
right,
where teams are reluctant to give you millions. Now you can give me millions from the rip, and I'd be cool regardless if I get a spine injury. It's insurance. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. And Worst I can still get undrafted. Justin Ross will get his millions regardless because he's going to show on the Chiefs that he can ball. He got Patrick Mahomes, and the potential is there. Like, you already saw what he could do. So, but now people like that will be paid handsomely for their hard work, and these are millionaires. You're going to see people that have money problems issue because they got first time people get money early, and they're not going to know what to do with it. But hey, by the time you get to the NFL and you get that check, you're going to be way smarter now because you already effed that check up from the gate when you know what I mean, from college. So when you get that money the second time around, you like, oh yeah, I already know. And this is my rookie. I'm gonna be smarter with that, and then I get my big. Oh yeah, because I already know what to do. I already had money.
Bro,
I probably had $8 million by the time I get my real big deal already. You feel me?
This might have kids transferring more than once.
Yeah, you right.
Scarily.
Hey, you know what I mean? So we got a lot to look forward to on that scale of things for sure, man.
Yeah, that's a lot to look forward to.
It is.
That move has opened my eyes in different ways when it comes to college sports.
It's heavy moves. Heavy moves, man. So shout out to y'all for sure for doing this. You know what I mean? And getting the bag and doing your thing. Keith, we are want to quickly touch on what's Ryan Tannehill, because Mr. Tannehill is in the news because we're talking about college, right?
Disappointment.
Yes, he's disappointing because reason why he's disappointing is because he doesn't really want to shed light or give knowledge to Malik Willis, who's just got drafted to the Titans. He said it's not my job to mentor him. If he, that's his main comment.
Say that publicly.
Say that publicly.
As an NFL player.
It's crazy. How do you feel about him saying, like, I don't want, you feel me? And it was the tone to me. It was like the way he said it. It felt bitter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Personally, I think he's scared. I think he's scared of the competition. I think that honestly that diminished his leadership as a starting quarterback who has been a starting quarterback his whole career. Yeah, essentially. How would he feel as a rookie if somebody said that to him? Then he'll be like, and for you to be a veteran and to understand how it would feel for that to be said to you as a rookie,
why do it?
That is terrible to me. It's like no other way to put that in my eyes. It's like
it's bitter.
It's bitter.
Each one teach one. You feel me?
I think honestly, only thing I can really take from it is that he's scared of the competition. Yeah. His job is is on the line, and he sees that, and he had no other way to really put it on in words. Like
I think too, like you said, the job is on the line. Last time we seen Ryan Tannehill, it was in the playoffs against the Bengals with 3 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
While on the other side, you had Joe Burrow that was 9 sacks in. You feel what I'm saying? And they won the game. And they won because of your 3 interceptions. And now you see your team draft a quarterback. And you see Malik Willis, who has potential. Mm-hmm. Out of all the quarterbacks that's there, he is looked at as being someone that has high ceiling.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you're like, oh my God, this is scary. I'm a little intimidated maybe by him. I ain't teaching that man. No, that's not how you handle it. Teach him. You could teach him, let him learn stuff, but be competitive at the same time. Right. You be like, listen, I'm gonna teach you this, but you gonna learn and you gonna be on his bench.
Right. That's all.
You could show him by you feel me?
That's all.
You could show him through how your play is. If you play good, that man's sitting down. That man, Aaron Rodgers, ain't say I ain't mentoring Jordan Love.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he was behind Brett Favre. He understood that. But what he realized was, listen, if I play where I do my thing, that man ain't getting light today.
He ain't smell the floor.
He ain't smelled the floor. And you know what the Packers say today? The future of Jordan Love is in question. We don't know what he about to. Because you
outshined him.
Because he outshined him. And what happened? Aaron Rodgers got another deal.
Yep.
After that. You know what I mean? 2 years after that situation.
After you drafted a quarterback.
You feel what I'm saying?
So why can't you do
You can do the same. And you got 100-something mil.
Yeah, and in my personal opinion, this was any quarterback draft class to be afraid of.
Right. You should be like, I can beat them.
Tannehill.
Yeah, you should be like, I can beat them.
Ryan Tannehill, it's like, okay, Malik Willis is the biggest quarterback name in this draft.
Right.
Potential wise. Height wise.
Yes.
Like in the sense of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you afraid? If you're afraid of this draft class at any point in your Ryan Tannehill, then you shouldn't even be there.
At that point, you lost your job already.
Yeah, you shouldn't even be there. You should.
At that point, if you're that intimidated.
Yeah, like honestly, I would have already. If I'm the coach, I'm not putting nobody above anybody this early, but mentally,
I ain't worried about it.
Mentally,
if I'm
Ryan Tannehill ain't ready.
Yeah, you out of pocket, and now you're gonna be seeing ghosts, or you're gonna be like looking over your shoulder. You're gonna be
he's scared,
and you're gonna mess up, and then you're gonna blink, and it's week 8, and Malik Willis in. And next year you're traded.
Week 4 at this point.
You know
he's scared early.
Yeah, it could be bad. So you never know.
This is crazy.
But yeah, Ryan Tannehill, knowledge to you, just like Kurt Warner says. Teach that man. Don't be afraid of it. Listen, we all this is life. Life is hard. You feel what I'm saying? And being NFL, you are fortunate enough to be in that position. You know, so why not give back to the people that are coming up? He is the future still. Don't have to be the future for the Titans, but he's the future on some team, or like you know what I mean? He's coming up. Teach him something, because something he could teach you, and something you can teach him. It's your teammate. Accept him with open arms. That was a bad. You're not a boss for that. You're not a leader for that.
You're not a leader at all.
So hey, Ryan Tannehill,
you lost some respect.
It's up for you. If I'm Malik, I'm like, it's up for you.
Yeah, if I'm Malik, I'm cooking you.
I'm coming for that job.
And I love that Kurt Warner said, "I'll teach him."
Yes, yeah, I'll teach him, because he knows. He's someone that knows, and he's a veteran, and he's someone that won the Super Bowl and things like that. You feel me? Pro Bowler, know what he's doing. Come on now, Ryan.
That was
out of
terrible,
pocket.
Ryan.
Bad. That's a rookie. That's a bitter move.
You showed your true colors with that one.
Showed your true colors, man. But hey, it is what it is. This is something I definitely want to get to, because I'm angry.
Oh yeah,
I'm angry right
now. I know where
you're
going.
Super angry. The news, man. This news upsetted me, because I feel like it shouldn't have been like this. But the world knows as of now that Nikola Jokic has won the MVP for the NBA, right?
Yes.
Back-to-back MVP, the Joker, as they call him. But this ain't no laughing matter right now. This is business. Jokic, you did not deserve. Matter of fact, no, that's wrong. You did deserve it, but you shouldn't have won it, because my man Joel Embiid, you feel what I'm saying? That big man,
on the tear.
You feel what I'm saying? That man, the masked man right now, you know, he has been drawing this year. He should have won the MVP, And the reason why Twitter is in the uproar, the reason why analysts are in the uproar, the reason why certain people, fans, a lot of people are in the uproars is because the world know that it should have been Joel Embiid. Now, we know Joey doesn't agree. He's a Joker fan, but it's cool. You feel what I'm saying? We may know that maybe... Shout out to Malik. Man, Malik may not agree because he's a Joker guy. You know what I mean? I know I am a Sixers, so I may be sounding a little biased. But honestly, okay, last year, okay, my man Embiid missed 2 weeks, and Jokic just doing his thing. Okay, cool. I ain't too mad and too upset. But this year...
Last year was cool.
Like, this year, it felt like it was undeniable.
Yeah.
Like, you can't screw him over twice. But that's what you did again. He got snubbed. That's why I just want to he got snubbed. I'm just letting it out. My man averaged 30. He led the league in scoring.
Yes, he did.
From a center position.
Yes, he did.
The last center to lead the league in scoring was Shaq. Mr. Shaq. Shaq led the league in scoring. Freaking Moses Malone was the last center that averaged 30. Mm-hmm. And that was 1982. Are you serious? How you do this and don't get the center position? Don't win the MVP. And then Jokic don't move like him. Nobody big as him and move like him and dominate every day like him. He got the most 40 in 10 games. Stop playing with my guy. You feel what I'm saying? Come on. He had to deal with the Ben Simmons stuff for the whole year. The whole freaking year. That man, Jokic, okay, you didn't have Jamal Murray. Okay. He wasn't there last year. Yeah, pretty much. You feel what I'm saying? It is okay. But you still had that man, you had Porter to a certain extent. You had freaking Aaron Gordon, of course. You still got people. You know who we had?
Made some good pickups in the middle of the year.
Exactly, good pickups. You know who we had? We had some,
Maxey.
We had to rely on Maxey, who exploded. Mm-hmm. But you know why? But the MVP make people around better.
Right.
Maxey skyrocket. Why?
Skyrocket.
Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Yep.
Yep.
Like, come on. This is why he skyrocket, bro. Dominance. People got to double team him, triple team him. People be like, bro, they can't guard him so much. He go to the free throw line
all day,
and he eat. And no one play defense like my man Embiid on both sides of the ball. That man, what's his name, Jokic? He can't defend nobody forever. They be having that man on skates. They expose that man, them guards and all that. And B can move with people around the court, bro. Perimeter and all. Shot blocking and all. Come on. And my man increased on assist. Joey try to say, he don't assist like him. Man, I ain't going to curse up a storm. But forget them assists. Forget those dimes. There ain't no big situation all crazy for real like that. But what my man Embiid did, he improved. Mm-hmm. His dimes improved.
He definitely did.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, he got improved as a player, bro, in his dominance and his toughness every day, damn day. But Tyrese Maxey improvement is another big reason why I feel as though he should have been MVP. So, Keith, I'm sorry. I just had to.
You needed to get that off. You deserve it. I'm gonna actually agree with you on this one. I think he was definitely snubbed. Mm-hmm. I agree a lot with Doc Rivers said, where it's like the people who make these decisions.
Yeah.
They peek their head around the analytics a little too much, and that leads to bad decisions. Analytics is a new thing, and I think because it's a new thing, that's why they peek around it so much. In the analytics game, Jokic is a better player. But if you're watching the game,
you see.
If you're watching the game, this is the most dominant player since Shaq.
Yes.
We've had a lot of dominant players, a lot of people who have dominant moves that can't be stopped. You got the Lukas of the world with the dominant step back. You got the Antetokounmpos of the world with the dominant Euro step dunk. You got the Kevin Durant's of the world with the dominant mid-range over the face. But you've never seen a player of this dominance. You've never seen a big man with this ability to score at all three levels as well as defend at all three levels on the other side of the floor.
Yes. Give all the cameras love.
And because of that, I think he was the undeniable MVP this year.
Undeniable. Dominance is key.
There's not a place on the floor, on either end of the floor, where he's not the best player on the floor.
Right. Come on now.
You can't say that about Jokic.
No.
Jokic is not the best player on the floor on defense at all 3 levels, and he's not always the best player on the floor on offense at all 3 levels. Joel Embiid is nearly the best player on the floor everywhere on the floor at all times of the game. In all 48 minutes.
Yes. And you were 6 in the West. You were 6. You feel what I'm saying? Other MVP candidates like Giannis and Embiid were 3rd and 4th respectively.
Right. And people like Joey
come on now
want to say that Jamal Murray not being there and Michael Porter not being there for the entire season.
He had guys.
If we're talking about a regular season award,
he had guys.
My man went all year without his starting point guard either.
Yes.
Ben Simmons was under contract with the Sixers until the trade deadline
and didn't play.
So that goes out the window. Yes. That Jamal Murray conversation goes out the window. Tobias Harris has not been that great of a player all year long.
Right.
We had to see Maxey improve.
Yes.
For the Sixers to be good.
And Embiid to carry.
Thibault has not been the offensive player that we thought he would be this year. His offense did not improve. So he didn't have that help on offense. He had the help on defense from Thibault, but not on offense. Tobias was not, like I said, great on offense all year. Embiid had no great offensive players other than Maxey
who had to step
all
up.
year, who had to step up.
You feel me? And guess what?
I'm talking about a child.
And for most of the year, they were number 1 or number 2. They was top of the East.
They were top of the East.
And then you see they only fell to 4. And the other MVP candidate really was 3rd.
And really, the fall wasn't really nothing because nobody was undeniable first.
You feel what I'm saying? Exactly.
Nobody was undeniable first.
It was a tight race.
It was a real tight race at the end. Nobody was leading by 3 games. It was very tight. Like 1.5 games, 1 through 4 was the lead. So it's like this was an obvious snub.
Stop playing with my guy.
And it's sad that he has to go on a 3rd year of trying to get an award he deserved for the last.
That man angry playing in the angry. Angry mask man.
That's I think that regardless of the award, he knows that he's the MVP. His team knows he's the MVP.
The world knows.
And the rest of the league knows.
Yes, they know.
I know the world knows, but just most respectfully,
the league. Your peers.
The ones that are playing against him know
you the MVP.
He's the greatest player on the floor right
Freak,
now.
Jokic, no. Let's keep it a bean,
Jokic, no.
Let's
the
keep
Joker
it a bean,
this was
Joker.
a joke.
It's a
he
joke.
know this was a joke. He's
that masked man, Batman, should have been the MVP.
He waiting for the joke to be up.
Exactly.
Waiting for him to take the award back.
Come on now. You can't keep snubbing my guy, man. But it's up for you.
He in Cancun right now.
It's up when we see. Right. Come on now. Yo, how you the ball MVP and
you can't even be happy right
now?
How
you MVP in the last 2 years? You ain't see the second round.
He's sipping pina coladas.
Yeah, pina coladas, bruh. You can't even meet the second round. You are. Come on, stop it, bro. Come on. You're a great player and all, but the MVP this year, honestly, stop playing.
The last time we saw the second round, he wasn't even the best player on his floor.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel what I'm saying?
Jamal Murray was.
So you don't. So that's what I'm saying.
So this is sad. This is sad. Joel Embiid is the best player in every series.
Exactly.
Let alone for his team. Yes. But in every series.
You don't put the numbers that you put up at the position you are and dominate every day and have your team in position they are and don't win MVP. But the world know. But to those people that voted for him and outweighed it, all them writers, it's up for y'all. It's up. So, but moving on.
On to better things.
Yes. I want to shout out to somebody who definitely deserved the award that they won. And that is Monty Williams winning Coach of the Year.
He deserved it beforehand, but we won't speak on that, in my opinion.
Phoenix Suns. Your coach deserved it heavily.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Heavily. He has worked entirely harder than any other coach.
Yes.
In these past years. Honestly, in my opinion, he's the hardest working coach since the bubble.
Right. But why do he deserve it? Break down why he deserved it.
He deserves it because he took a team that was with the same roster in the last 3 years.
Yes.
Before he got there, this was arguably one of the worst teams in the NBA.
Yes.
With Devin Booker, with Jay Crowder, with DeAndre Ayton. One of the worst teams in the NBA. When he made his appearance that COVID year, that bubble year, this team was very scary from there on out.
Yes.
They have been very scary from there on out. His ability to coach them guys into being championship potential team year after year since the bubble. I believe even even in the bubble, they were 1 game away from the playoffs. And in my personal opinion, if they made it to the playoffs, they was a championship potential team.
Right.
For him to do that to that team, for him to uplift that team that hadn't even seen the playoffs in decades, a decade or two.
Yeah.
Nash. Since Nash, Jesus Christ. Since
long.
Nash and Stoudemire. He deserved it, man.
Deserved it.
It's really
wholeheartedly.
the way to put it. Yeah, wholeheartedly, man. Shout out to Monty Williams.
Shout out to you. Number 1 seed, the number 1 team in the West.
He's the best coach, hands down.
You had more than 10. Your team had more than 10 games. 10 more wins than the leading team in the East.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even anybody in the West. You know what I'm saying? Even the second. Like, you feel me? Even the number 2 seed in the West. You had more than 10 games.
They led the league
you feel me?
by wins by far.
Dominance. You feel me?
Complete dominance.
You should have had
injuries. Let us not forget.
Yes.
This team dealt with injuries all
and
year.
You persevered and you got that. Come on, that depth. That shows depth. That shows coaching. That shows you showed resiliency.
Yes.
Your way that you were calling your plays was phenomenal. Crunch moments, people just stepping up. You preparing the next guards like Cameron Payne and all that, preparing them to have increased minutes and things like that. You putting them in position to win.
Laundry Shamet got better.
Exactly. Putting Mikal Bridges in position to win almost Defensive Player of the Year, but as a candidate, you feel what I'm saying? The way you just moved with it was awesome.
You
feel me?
Creating a monster out of DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton, a monster. Devin
one of the
Booker.
Top 5 centers in the NBA.
Exactly. Right, Devin Booker having him be on a tear, putting him in position. You put guys in position.
Turned that boy to a monster.
You feel what I'm saying? Well, you were
respected.
already a monster,
but
just on a whole different tear.
Yeah,
you feel
this
me?
year he looked different.
Dude, so good.
He looked very Kobe-esque.
Yes.
This year.
Your team hit the threes very well. You feel me? You just been known as a dominant team, and for you to come from Philadelphia or being in Philly at one point as an assistant and things like that, and for you to go on to Phoenix and, like he said, transform that team that wasn't nothing, and for 3 straight years to have this dominance, or at least the last 2 of really being up the top, of coming fresh off the chip, and now being in a position to potentially go right back. It's awesome. You deserve Coach of the Year, man.
What I love about
it showed that you were so much better than everybody.
Definitely.
What
I love about his coaching is the resiliency.
Yes, overcome situations.
Like they remained humble since that bubble year. And I'm sorry to keep going back to that bubble year, but I watched them go into the locker room after they lost in the bubble, and the way he talked to those young guys, the way he believed in his team since then, I knew he was a great coach. I knew that he was here in the NBA to stay for a very long time. Since then, that moment was just
volumes for you.
Like very, very valuable moment, and he's here to stay, bro. I mean, just like players come and other players, younger players come and they become better, than he's at the top of the
totem pole.
At the top of the totem pole as far as coaches right now.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be that way for a long time.
Shout out to you, man, to your boss, and as being a black man in that position of
I love it.
Showing leadership, and
I love it,
and getting recognition for your for your great achievements and your performance. Amazing. Keep it up, Monty. We rooting for you. I hope my Sixers see you. At some point, at any point, what I mean? Because just because of the Philly ties, it's always awesome when we play y'all. It's great just to see you. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful time to recognize greatness. This is what we do on Boss Talk. Recognize greatness, and as you see, everybody we talked about greatness. What I mean?
Well, except
Tannehill, but it's greatness of Malik Willis.
Yes,
and it's just showing you also what not to do.
Not to do.
Motivation in game. Yeah. Recognizing good examples, bad examples.
Nobody respects.
Nobody
respect that quote. They're a loser.
They're a loser, yeah.
Cold loser.
You know what I mean? I respect competitiveness. I respect resiliency. I respect honor. You know what I mean?
And I respect being able to overcome.
Respect, yes.
Not being scared of the competition and running from it.
Bosses show every single word I just said.
They shine.
You know what I mean?
They shine.
Every single thing. So, guys, another beautiful week.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Of Boss Talk, episode 8. More episodes to come. We got some interviews on the way, more interviews. I know y'all love interviews as well. We're going to give you all that. We got some surprises on the way, guys. And this is us. We showing y'all what we do. It's fun every week with y'all, giving y'all great, authentic conversation in the world of sports, music, and the culture. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, download on all platforms, Boss Talk on all platforms, and get it to people that love it so they can experience this great content.
Share it, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend. And let us know what you want to see.
Yeah.
Who you want to interview. Who you want to, what topics you want us to break down, whatever. Feel me? Let's get y'all involved. So, guys, it's Josh.
And Keys.
It's Boss Talk, and see y'all next week.
Week 9.
Week 9. Game time. We out.